Yes guys, I'm on the above section of the Gun Hill signal station in St. George once again. I'm walking down the stairs. They are closing up now. This is the Gun Hill signal station and they are closing now. Yes guys, so this is the above terrace at the Gun Hill signal station. Here in St. George. They are closing up now because it is time to close at 5. So again, I'm looking to St. George Valley, which is in the center of the island. And I'm looking to the south of the island, which is in the background, which is the parish of Christchurch. And this is southeast over here, where we can see the Granny Adams International Airport. And we can see the St. George Parish Church in the center of the screen, which is the second oldest place of worship in Barbados, which was built in 1641 and was built in 1784. And for those of you who don't know, St. George is my father's birth parish. Satchmore, who sings and who used to write songs for Wendy Allen, Carolyn Leacock, Richard Stout, and Shara Hackett, is my father. He wrote Beautiful and Unspot for Shara Hackett, which is the most played song on the radio station here in Barbados. Beautiful and Unspot. You can Google it. Satchmore is my father. And this is the St. George Parish Church here. And we can see this village cars are traveling is the Gun Hill Road in St. George. And you can see the lion statue over here as well. And you can see the estates at Borded Hall in St. George over here, which is to the south side of St. George. And you can see the former Buckley Plantation and Sugar Factory. Buckley is spelled B-U-L-K-E-L-E-Y. Buckley Sugar Factory closed down in 2002. My grandmother used to work at Buckley Plantation, which is my father's mother. She used to work at Buckley Plantation years ago. And this is all Walker's, St. George, down below here. And we can see the Roberts Manufacturing Company at Lower Estate in St. George. So this is the property of the Barbados National Trust. So this is the bottom terrace. So St. George was carved out of the parish of St. Michael between 1640 and 1641. So St. Michael is the mother parish and St. George was carved out of it. And St. George is also the breadbasket parish, and it is also an agricultural parish. Parish where you can find all your agricultural produce and so on. It can be found at St. George mostly. And there can be sold out plantations within the parish, like Gun Hill Plantation. Brighton Plantation and Farmers Market, which is at the south side of St. George. The Valley Plantation. They have the Sweetvale Plantation and Butley's Plantation, all in St. George. Here you can see all of the St. George Parish Church. We can see into Bridgetown, which is the country's capital. And we can see the Central Bank of Barbados in Bridgetown. And we can see the Hilton Hotel along the Carlisle Bay area. We can see the Carlisle Bay area from here. And this is the Warren's business and commercial area over here, which is the city, away from the city. Warren's here in a westerly direction. And we can see all into the Bridgetown Port and the Water Harbour. And we can see in St. Thomas as well, you can see the Grandview Heights at Shop Hill, St. Thomas. This is the CBC antenna here at Gun Hill, St. George. CBC stands for Caribbean Broadcasting Corporation. That is our state-owned radio and television station, CBC. And we can see the former records company at Applebee's. You can see all of the Harrison's Cave area in St. Thomas. So this is the above terrace. So this is the northern part of St. George. So the gun signal station was built in 1818 as a fortress to signal when the enemies were coming in. And again, this is a building of historic and architectural interest, and it was restored by the Barbados National Trust and reopened by the Prime Minister of the day, Tom Adams, whose full name was the Right Honourable John Michael Jeffrey Manningham Adams, Queen's Counsel and Member of Parliament, and it was opened on the 24th of November 1982. The windows are closed now, so what I'll be able to show you guys the view. So let's show you guys the restoration of Gun Hill Signal Station in 1982. The artillery unit, Barbados Volunteers, so circa 1904. The 1st Battalion West India Regiment on parade at the garrison, circa 1898. British troops at Moncrief in 1900. And the officers of the 21st Foot in 1862. And this is Prince Edward planting the 6th young Malacent tree in 1987 on the 1st of March. And this is Prince Edward revisiting Gun Hill on April 29th, 1992. So people keep weddings here as well. All I hear the windows closed now. This is the utensils I used to use in the kitchen years ago in them days. So this is a building of historic and architectural interest, a Barbados National Trust property. All the Barbados National Trust sites have this blue logo on it, with the Barbados National Trust on it, and building of historic interest or historic and architectural interest. So this is the above section again. Looking down to the bottom terrace. And you can see the Harrison's Cave area in St. Thomas. You can see the Cuthbert Moore Primary School at Market Hill, St. George. You can see the second CBC antenna in Sturgis, St. Thomas, above here. And the other one here at Gun Hill, St. George. So again, St. George and St. Thomas are the two landlocked parishes in Barbados. In the center of the island, best referred to as the heart of Barbados or the central uplands of Barbados. So thank you guys for watching now, and have a blessed evening.